Scientists say irrigation might not be the solution to the acute food shortage Kenya is facing, as water availability does not necessarily guarantee an increase in yield. Kenyatta University Biotech Research expert Professor Richard Oduor says climate change is making crop pests and diseases more persistent, and resilient genetically modified crops will inevitably be needed to guarantee food security.
Kenya produces an average 40 million bags of maize annually, but requires at least 52 million bags for self-sufficiency. In order to plug this gap, imports as well as increasing the land under irrigation have been recommended, especially in arid and semi-arid areas. Scientists, however, say irrigation alone would not guarantee increased production, since the crop is still susceptible to pests and diseases that affect yields.
That gene is what we have moved it into the genome of maize, so that maize is able to produce that toxin. What does that do? It means that any stem borer that eats the maize is the one that is going to be affected. The one that is not eating will not be affected. And that actually saves biodiversity. Rather than spraying, when you spray using the pesticides, you are killing anything that is around, including those that were full, that were not even interested.
He says unless the crops are resistant, this might force farmers to use more pesticides, which has more harm on consumers in the long run.
Improving knowledge in this field. Kenya is largely arid and semi-arid. More than 80% is asal. We have only about 16%, which is high potential, where you can grow a crop and expect to harvest without irrigation. We need all forms of technologies to be able to increase food production and to be able to utilize the various parts of the country that have challenges. We also have the challenge of pests and diseases. One of the greatest areas of cost when it comes to agriculture is the cost of crop protection.
They're now advocating for full adoption of GMO foods to ensure food security.